Since being released, we have had several welcomings, such as in Washington, D.C. and New York City. But I must tell you that this homecoming means more to me than all the others combined. It's good to be back home.
This is Eyewitness News, the region's most complete coverage of today's events, reported by Dean Phillips, featuring View Finn's AccuWeather forecast and a look at today's sports. Now, once again, here's Dean Phillips.
Good evening, I'm Dean Phillips, and topping the news at this hour, Bruce German is home tonight to his native soil. It's been quite a day, and Diane Ryan is standing by with Bruce at his mother's cafe. Diane?
Dean, I am here with the man of the hour, Bruce German, the former hostage, and his mother, Teresa Ledesky. He is the reason for the celebration in the Wyoming Valley today. Bruce German has come home to the town he grew up in. And as you can see, part of the celebration is going on around us right now in Teresa Ledesky's cafe. Bruce, you have been sort of center stage for the past 24 days since your release. How are you handling all this attention?
Well, it hasn't been easy. I hate to use the word again, but it's been overwhelming and very heartwarming. And I'm just delighted to be home with my family and friends.
Thank you very much. We'll have more of an interview with Bruce German later on in the show. But right now, we're going to take a look at that day. It started with the red carpet treatment at the airport. Bill Longworth was there.
Early this morning, 3 Civil Air Patrol planes carrying the Germans and the Ledeskys touched down at the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton International Airport. This is the first time in well over 1 year that Bruce German set foot on his home soil, eastern Pennsylvania. A full complement of local dignitaries and residents were on hand to provide the welcome, and Bruce German himself said it best.
Since being released, we have had several welcomings, such as in Washington, D.C. and New York City. But I must tell you that this homecoming means more to me than all the others combined. As John Denver's song says, it's good to be back home. Thank you.
It's a day of celebration for Bruce German and his family, but German is also thinking about the future, and the future includes continued work for the State Department.
Absolutely. I intend to stay with the department as a Foreign Service officer, but my immediate plans are to get back with my family, to relax, to get away from all of this for a short time, and then go back to work.
For the first time since the ordeal began, Bruce German was able to visit with friends and relatives he hasn't seen for a long time. Relatives swarmed around, and the look on Bruce German's face makes the welcome and the festivities worth it. Bruce German is home with family and friends, and the people who care, all the residents of northeastern Pennsylvania, are happy to see him home. Bill Longworth, Eyewitness News at the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton International Airport.
But the celebration didn't end there. A 10-car motorcade took Bruce and his family to Wilkes-Barre's Public Square. There, he was given a key to the city. Bob Neno reports.
Ex-hostage Bruce German hit Wilkes-Barre's Public Square about 12:30 to the blare of civil defense horns, the Bishop Hoban Band, and hundreds of people greeting him. Wilkes-Barre Mayor Tom McLaughlin was giving him the key to the city. Congressman Jim Nelligan was reading from a congressional proclamation. German spoke briefly and gratefully.
If our captivity was somehow a catalyst and brought the people of the United States together in any small way, then it was not in vain. Because I believe with all my heart that you and I live in the greatest country in the world, and we should all be proud to be Americans. Thank you, and God bless you.
Even after 3 weeks, people were waving flags and wearing the well-worn hostage buttons. Former Congressman Dan Flood says it is in the finest of American traditions. German left the way he came in, shaking hands and waving to the people on Public Square. Bob Neno, Eyewitness News, Wilkes-Barre.
Then a parade in Edwardsville featuring majorettes and marching bands and a mob scene. Kathy Baczynski picks up the story.
By 12:30, the excitement was building. The bands tuned up, the cheerleaders tried to warm up, and there were some last-minute touch-ups as the crowds gathered to await the man of the hour. Soon there were flashing lights on the horizon, and within minutes, Main Street in Edwardsville was filled with sound and color. By the time the limousine holding Bruce German and his family reached his mother's home, friends and neighbors could no longer hold back the flow of affection.
learn how to move.
Everybody loves a parade, and today in Edwardsville, everybody loves Bruce German. On the parade route, Kathy Basinski for Eyewitness News.
The parade ended at the Columbia Hose Company for a welcome home ceremony, Edwardsville style.
Bruce German is the center of attraction at the final program of the day at the Columbia Hose Company in Edwardsville. Just about every dignitary in the west side of the Wyoming Valley is involved in honoring German and his family. German is actually the product of 3 west side communities. He receives one of his many honors from Edwardsville Mayor Ben Kazanowski and Council President Roland Roberts. Actually, German is a native son to the city of Nanticoke, and 15,000 Trojans present him with the key to the city through their mayor, Stanley Gladzinski.
And when you're in Nanticoke, I want you to use it, and you're always welcome. Thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Then it's Larksville's turn, where German graduated from high school in 1953.
Therefore, I, John Dubinsky, Mayor of Larksville Borough, do proclaim that Friday, February the 13th, 1981, is Bruce German Day in the borough of Larksville. Thank you.
Actually, 16 persons appear on the agenda for the Edwardsville ceremony, which ends with remarks by German and his mother, Mrs. Teresa Lodeski.
And it occurred to me and my colleagues that we seem to take so much for granted. But when they take away your self-respect and your dignity, you soon realize that having faith in God is one of the most important things you can have in this world.
I want to thank all you people, how you have supported me during this Iranian crisis.
It's been a day of parades, speeches, and honors. As Bruce German said, Friday the 13th isn't his unlucky day. It's probably the luckiest day of his life. After all, he's here with the people he loves, his family, and thousands of well-wishers in the Wyoming Valley. Jerry Bond reporting for Eyewitness News in Edwardsville.
It has been a long day for the German family, and it still has a long ways to go. The crowd is still here. We have a few more questions to ask Bruce. One question I wanted to ask you was when you first got off the plane in Frankfurt, one of the questions you said the only way you'd go back to Iran is in a B-52. Do you still feel that way?
Well, I'll repeat myself, I was being facetious at the time, but that would be the only way, yes.
So the bitterness is still there?
I beg your pardon?
The bitterness is still there?
No, not so much bitterness, great disappointment.
When you say great disappointment, what do you mean by that?
In the way we were treated, in the entire handling of the situation by them.
Were you mistreated during your captivity?
For myself, no, not physically. Emotionally and psychologically, yes, practically every day.
What was the first thing you did when you came home?
You mean the second?
He still won't answer that question. The German family will spend a couple of days here in Edwardsville, and then they'll be heading back to Rockville, Maryland. This is Diane Ryan with the Live Eye in Edwardsville.
Thank you all three, Diane, Bruce, and Teresa.